Hi guys, it's Andreas, Sonic Mainliner with Vinyl Finds 116, I think. This is obviously the series where I'm showing you albums, things that I've, well, not new albums, new music that I've bought recently. And this is actually a bunch of records that I had from my last update, but I decided to break it up. To be fair, initially it was supposed to be something like this, but I placed like 3 separate orders and everything came in one go. So I decided to just show one of them plus purchases, and then this is the second one. So yeah. Anyway, really good stuff. There's no metal, no metal albums whatsoever. This is just straight jazz, psychedelic, kraut rock, everything kind of thing affair. And I'm really pleased with the stuff that I got. It's like a really good bunch of records. There is one thing that I'm a little bit pissed off about, but I'll get to that when I get to that, basically. So I guess that you're here to see records and vinyl, so we'll start off with a CD. Well, not a CD, it's a CD box set, so it's a little bit different. So yeah, it's also I don't have a lot of records, but there's a lot of music, and basically this is one of the reasons why it's a lot of music. I got myself this one, so this is the Next, and this is the Next box, which is limited to like 1,000 copies. It's not a really, I don't think that it was very specific sort of targeted release in a way that it was like, or we'll make a box set. I think they just had a bunch of CDs and they said, well, let's just put them all in a box and sell them off. And yeah, because there's no booklet, there's not a lot going on here, it's just a box. But you can get it for a good price, and considering that it has 8 CDs. The 8 CDs that it has are releases from the Next that have been released by Recommended Records Megacorp in the US. So they span somewhere between 1998, I think that is 96 maybe, with the earliest one being the Hanging Gardens, which was released in recorded in 1996 and released 1999, and it goes up to 2011, with the last one being Mindset, and everything in between. Now the Next are, if you're not familiar with them, are an improvisational, and also, by the way, we are listening to The Chemist, which is playing in the background. So yeah, there you go. They are improvisational electronic band. They've done a lot of things, including a soundtrack from The Boys, which is a movie that I'm not very familiar with, but apparently it's like a cult classic from Australia. And as I was saying, also these are just the Recommended Record releases. There are other releases before these, at least 3 releases that were from Australian labels, and there are releases since that. I have one of them which has been released on vinyl, which is not really amazing, but the CD output is really strong, and the stuff that I've listened to these, because I've listened to all of these, and they're all really good. Some of them are better than others, like one of my personal favorites is this one, Drive By. This one that's playing in the background is really good as well. Yeah, I mean, this soundtrack is quite good as well. So basically they play this electronic improvisation. Or a lot of these albums could not really be released on vinyl because it's like one track 60 minutes, and I cannot see any way, especially the one that I showed, the drive-by one, I don't see any way that meaningfully you can, you know, splice it up into different sides. So I don't know. Yeah. And they also have done some of the earlier stuff that they done were like double CDs. So there you go. Maybe it's doable. Maybe I don't know. Excellent music. You can get, if you can get it for a good price. I got it for like €45, which is quite good. Yeah, pick it up. If you find it for I don't know, more than that, 60, I don't know, check out the music. Maybe you will actually enjoy it. I think that it's a good sort of, I wouldn't say introduction, but yeah, maybe what you can do is buy some of the albums that are not on the box set, and if you decide, like myself, that maybe you should have pretty much everything they've done, then you can buy the box set. So there you go. The box set does offer a much better value than actually buying them individually, by the way. So yeah, the Necks, really good stuff. Do check them out. I have a lot of I bought albums from bands that I bought them in twos, and which is quite interesting. Yeah, album wise, there's quite a few. I mean, you know, the next was 8, but you know, band wise it's very limited, so there doesn't feel like a lot, but there is a lot of music here. And I was very happy because we got another reissue that was out of print as a reissue. Originals are, well, on the expensive side, so yeah, I wasn't even contemplating that. But even the reissue was really expensive, and I'm talking about these two, so Ex Magma and Gold Bowl. This is Ex Magma, the self-titled, and Gold Bowl, which is the second album, I think. And these were issued by Longhair, which does really nice krautrock reissues, and yeah, it's a really good pressings and quiet and everything. And yeah, these came out in the early 70s. Ex Magma are sort of sit in between jazz and psychedelic sort of part of the krautrock movement, musical movement. And yeah, these are really highly recommended. Excellent music, just absolute classics, and really happy that these came out because, as I said, the reissues were very expensive, and I was contemplating on actually getting them. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to drop like 30-40 euro for a reissue. I mean, come on. Yeah, but these you can get like new for reasonable price for a new record. So there you go. Staying with krautrock stuff. Thanks Ben Costello for showing this one. This is Flute and Voice. This is a reissue from Wawa Records, and this is the band Flute and Voice, and this combines 2 of their albums. Again, 2. If you can see, there's a pattern there. 2 of their albums from the early 70s, and there were 2 guys, and you know, one was playing the flute, I guess. The other one was a guitarist, and yeah, it's like really dreamy, sort of meditational kind of music. And Wawa did a really nice reissue. I don't know why they combined the 2 albums. What drove them to this decision, making it a little bit more expensive as a package. But it's really well made. Inside it has, like, you know, you can there's inners and stuff like that, where it's like a lot of content where you can flip through and whatnot, and it's really nice reissue, and the music is amazing. So, you know, do check this one out if you're into sort of psychedelic meditational kind of music with sitars and, you know, sort of floaty kind of stuff going on. So yeah, Flügelbosch really good. I guess that we can go to, oh yeah, alright, well, we can do this one. Staying with Germany, but going into the more jazz rock sort of area, and one of the albums that has gets two sort of prizes. One, for a bad name for a band. Two, well, three prizes actually. Bad name for a band, bad name for an album, and really bad cover. I mean, the album cover is horrible. It's like, you know, it puts you off buying it, and you shouldn't really. So this is Alcatraz. Bad name, Alcatraz. I mean, I see this name and I'm like, okay, hard rock. That's one thing. Second, Vampire State Building. Okay, that sounds like, I don't know, like nothing. Like a really bad B movie. And then the cover, which is like, you know, what is this? For fuck's sake. Anyway, this is an album from this band called Alcatraz. They're German. It was released in 1971, and it's jazz rock, and it has nothing to do with the cover. It's just terrible. Ignore the cover. Just ignore it. The music is really good, and yeah, it's just a really good album. It also featured in the Nurse with a Wound list, if that is sort of the kind of thing that you're, you know, you're after, like myself. Highly recommended. Long hair issue, official reissue, really good stuff. You can get it while you can. I don't know how long it will be available. Now, these two I am very happy to have, and not very happy to have, and yeah. So. Yes, where do I start? Right, Catherine Ribeiro and the Alps. This is Pai, and this is Amé Debut. This is their second album, and this is their third album. This is the third album, which is a little bit more, I guess, it's more celebrated in a sense. It's like, you know, people think that it's better than the other ones. Funnily enough, I also mentioned the Nurse with Wound list, and their first album, which is called Number 2, is featured on that, and not these two. I don't know for what reason. Anyway, interestingly enough, I was looking, I was ordering these, and I was like, bloody hell! I mean, this is the kind of album that Fred would have shown in one of his videos, and we had this conversation with Fred about one of the records that I was showing in the obscure records that you should listen to, and I was saying, in the video I was saying that, oh yeah, I haven't seen anybody show this, and Fred was saying, well, you know what, I've shown it, and somebody else has shown it as well. Well, you know, 6 years in the VC, I mean, you know, pretty much everything has been shown, and yeah, and I was thinking, as I was buying it, hang on, you know, this is like a Fred album. This is a Fred album, definitely. I'm pretty sure that he has shown it at some point. And I went on YouTube, and one of the recommended videos was actually Fred. It was like top 10 psychedelic folk albums or whatever, and it was Fred holding this album actually. So there you have it. So yeah, kudos to Fred. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. I mean, there's so many albums that, you know, it's impossible to remember all of them, and it's impossible to pay attention to everything. And also, it's the fact that, you know, even if you do show something and you do buy it, like down the line, you still need that road to go through and get to that down the line time where you can actually, I don't know, appreciate it potentially. I don't know. I have no idea. It's really funny. Anyway, I think that potentially both of these have been shown by Fred in the past. So I can tell you that Catherine Ribeiro was a Portuguese singer, and she sang in French, and she made these. There's like more of these albums actually. There's like I think she made like 4 or 5 or something like that. I don't know if she's still active. She has a very powerful voice. She has she sounds like sort of jazz improv kind of thing going on, but it's also folky. And then there's songs that are like guitar and voice, which sound like a French version of folk rock, I guess. That the equivalent of whatever was happening in the States, but a little bit more like that kind of revolutionary kind of thing. I don't understand the lyrics, unfortunately, but I think that it's probably that kind of comrade will beat everybody kind of thing happening. And and then there's like bits that are laced with electronics, and it's just really good. Highly recommended. Do check these ones out. And now the bit that I'm a bit disappointed about. Now, when I ordered these, I thought that these were issues like the long hair ones and whatnot, but sadly they are boots. So this is quite unfortunate. However, having said that, they are nice boots. So they're not a really terrible sort of cheapo kind of bootleg album. So the cover is it's like really nice, glossy, kind of good quality. Inside, as you can see, it's like this brown sort of cardboardy sort of material. The pressing is really quiet and nice, and it just sounds fine to me. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the difference would be with an original, and I realized it when I actually put it on my turntable. It's on the Filippo label instead of the Philips label. So yeah, sad times. So yeah, be aware of it if you do pick this up, and if you find them for a good price, do pick them up. I mean, originals are not mega expensive, especially if you're in France, but yeah, in the States maybe it's different. So I don't know. I'm a bit disappointed. Musically speaking, it's amazing. I'm really happy. The pressing is really good. The overall presentation of it is really good, but it is a bootleg. Sometimes. There you go. Another issue which is not a bootleg, and it's a repress. Actually, I wanted to show something else, but I will show this one because it sort of flows with the music genres that we're looking at. It's this one. Psych Underground. This is a reissue of library sort of record. I think that potentially either Alessandro Alessandroni was involved in this one, or Bruno Lini. I'm not entirely sure. I've read something about it. There's no information about who is playing and whatnot. This has been reissued, as I said, from Psychedelic. This is the second press on colored vinyl, which is the worst color ever. I mean, it's terrible. It's just terrible. I wanted to show this. It's like, look at this. We're not 5. You don't need to issue it on. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea why they did it. Anyway, this is library psychedelic sort of psychedelic library music. Now, when I say psychedelic, and you need to pay attention to the library bit, which means that it is not very heavy. It's more like bluesier and sort of more garagey kind of sort of thing. But it's instantly likable, as library music should be. It's not very heavy, and it's really good. So yeah, check this one out. It's very nice. And going on to jazz, an official reissue from Schema Sway. Now, I would not claim that I knew anything about this. I saw this was released by Schema, and I checked it out and I really liked it. I checked Discogs, originals go for crazy money, and yeah, I decided to pick it up. This is an album from basically the band leader is this one, Palumbo, Sante Palumbo, and he was a pianist, and they're playing jazz basically. It's like yeah, there's improvised parts, there's like more straightforward parts, and it's really good. So yeah, check it out. I mean, you know, it's on Schema. Yeah. Usually what's on Schema is really good. And another issue, I mean, it was mostly reissues here. Brother A, this guy was playing in Sun Ra Orchestra, and yeah, he wasn't he? Yeah. And his albums, there's 3 albums that I am aware of that have been released. One of them in Strata East, and 2 of them, one of them being this one, on his own label, that were reissued very recently on Manufacturer Recordings. And having already bought all these, I was like, I cannot buy all 3 of them. Although, you know, the vinyl gluttony inside of me was saying, yeah, Andreas, get them all. So I checked them out. I was aware of them, but I hadn't listened to them. And I think that the most approachable and more likable of the 3 would be this one that came out in 1983, and it's Key to Nowhere. The other ones are a little bit more celebrated, if you like, because one of them is in Strata East, the other one's a little bit more experimental and whatnot. But if there's one out of the 3 that you're going to put on your turntable and listen to the most, I would think that is this one. So yeah, spiritual jazz. It is 1983, but it doesn't sound like 1983. The production doesn't sound like a 1983. So all good for me. Check this out. And finally, a Strata East reissue from yeah, the Land of the Blacks. I don't know if yeah, Mutumbe Moja Ensemble, 2 record set, it says here. So just in case that you're missing one of them. Spiritual jazz, Strata East, you know the deal. 70s, originals impossible to find. Zabba, yeah, it's really good. Check it out. Get it while you can. And that's it. 23 minutes, and I actually managed to get a video that is not like a 30-minute behemoth. So yeah, that was my update. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment. You know, if you want to say something, I always respond. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike it if you disliked it. Subscribe if this is the kind of thing that you like and you want to see more. So when I do upload videos, you don't have to search me up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Next time I will probably be doing like a now spinning sort of video, just going through stuff that I've been playing and whatnot, which I think that I agree with Fred with what he's doing with his Revolutions videos, because these are the videos that actually, I mean, I bought this. Am I going to rebuy it? No. So if you watch me from now until 5 years from now, and I keep on doing videos for another 5 years, you will never see me show this again. So if you're not aware of it, then you will never get another chance to pick this one up if I don't show it. Other people may show it, but yeah, that's it. So anyway, that's the logic behind it. Anyway, so until next time, see you guys.